of my speech today, I'm going to ask a question that should be put to rest. What color is the dress? Is it black and blue or is it white and gold? The answer is, it could be either. How different people, or it may look different to different people's eyes, but whether we see black and blue or white and gold depends on our brain's different interpretations of the same object that we're seeing. So just as some of you might have found that little tidbit interesting, so do I. The eye has been something that I've always been interested in. So some of you might be perplexed and are wondering, rather than studying something specific to the eyes, why am I studying neuroscience? So in today's speech, I'm going to go over why I chose neuroscience as my major based on discussing the relationship between the eye and the brain, talking about the opportunities to study the eye at UTD, as well as my plans to study beyond graduation. First, the connection between the eye and the brain is more closely related than you might think. As shown earlier in the speech, the eye takes in information from the outside world, and the brain integrates that information so that we can make sense of the world around us. But in some cases, this connection doesn't work the way it's supposed to, such as in the cases of people with face blindness. In this case, the eyes are working just fine, but the brain is unable to interpret what the face means, and so is unable to recognize faces. As Dr. Brad Duquesne, a professor of psychological brain sciences at Dartmouth, said in an interview with brainfacts.org, recognizing faces is exceptionally hard because the face is constantly moving and changing as we talk and such. But when this connection between the eye and the brain is working normally, the eye can do incredible things in conjunction with the brain to understand the world around us. And this was displayed in an experiment in the 1900s, where a man had to wear goggles similar to the ones behind me that made everything look upside down. After only 10 days of wearing these goggles, the man's brain understood what they were looking at and flipped the image right side up so they could see normally even while they were wearing the goggles. As Mark Abraham, an editor of the Bi-Monthly Annals of Improbable Research, commented, "This automatic, almost effortless adaptation to visual weirdness is one of the many bizarre things that brains do, and this shows the complex and incredible relationship that the eye and the brain have." But by now you must be asking the question, if you like the eye so much, then why are you studying neuroscience? And the easy answer to that question is the best opportunity to study the eyes is to study neuroscience, because the eyes and the brain are so closely related. This means that many neuroscience classes also cover topics about the eyes. For example, my Introduction to Neuroscience class, the textbook was called Neuroscience Exploring the Brain, written by Mark Baer, a professor from MIT, as well as other professors. As you can see from this table of contents, an entire chapter was dedicated to focusing on the eye. Additionally, at UTD in particular, there are other people who are also interested in the relationship between the eye and the brain. According to the UTD website, Dr. Noah Sasson in the Behavioral and Brain Sciences School does autism research that also involves face processing and eye tracking, among other things. However, I don't intend to stop learning about the eyes and the brain after I've graduated from UTD. I hope to use my neuroscience degree to go to med school and eventually become an ophthalmologist. Before going to med school, though, I would have to take the MCAT exam, which is an exam that tests basic knowledge on science, biology, and problem-solving skills, and as well as readiness for medical school. After that comes around 4 years of medical school, in which all disciplines of medicine are studied, followed by a year of an internship, and then 4 years of a residency, which is a specialized training. And though this may seem like a really long process, it would be worth it to me in the end if I was able to become an eye surgeon. So in conclusion, today I've discussed my true passion for learning about the eyes. And I hope that today you all understand the connection between why I chose neuroscience as my major, based on the connection between the eye and the brain, the opportunities to study the eye at UTD, as well as my plans to study beyond graduation. In conclusion, a lot of us have goals and aspirations that we've set for ourselves in the future, and hopefully we can all have success in reaching those goals. Thank you.